Hi, my name is Valerie, and I'm the Internal Communications Coordinator for Sustainability Week 2015. That essentially means that I am responsible for keeping everyone in the committee in the loop about what's happening, and like everyone else in the committee, I've been reaching out to people on and off campus to try and make Sustainability Week as epic as possible. I'm part of this group because I'm passionate about creating positive environmental change. I also believe that if everyone knew the full magnitude of the problems that we currently face, everyone would be passionate about creating positive environmental change. I've had the opportunity as an environmental science student here at the University of Guelph to learn a lot about just how phenomenal the natural world is and how it works. But I've also learned how, as a human society, we've messed with the system a lot. And things are going to get pretty grim for a lot of people and places pretty quickly if we keep going on the status quo. Polar bears, coral reefs, a bunch of species that you've never heard of and probably never will hear of are on the chopping block. And as tragic as that sounds, that's not really why I'm here. I'm here because I care about people. A friend of mine once told me a quote that he heard in a lecture. I don't have the source, but the gist of it kind of went something like this. We don't need to save the planet for the planet's sake. The planet was here long before we were. It'll be here long after we're gone. We need to save the planet for our sake, because the planet doesn't need us, we need it. Things like environmental degradation, caused by climate change and caused by pollution and all these, like this wonderful spiral of horribleness, are going to create more refugees than any war ever has in the future. And that's why I think that this year's theme, climate change, this just got personal, is such a good theme for a Sustainability Week this year. If you don't know what climate change has in store for us, or if you don't care what climate change has in store for us because you don't know, consider yourself blissfully ignorant. I'm going to provide you with a few links in the description, one to Bill Nye the Science Guy and one to the IPCC, which is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that will kind of bring you up to speed if you don't know what climate change is about. And I hope that if you're apathetic at the moment and don't know and don't care about climate change, that after watching these videos you'll be slightly less apathetic, because we're talking about the future of the human race. And with all due respect, if you don't care about the future of the human race, I think you need to reevaluate your priorities. But what gives me hope, even with all the dismal things that can come with climate change, is that we have the capacity to change them. Every individual has that capacity. And what's even better is that there's many solutions already out there. We just need to actually enact them. But to enact them, we need to admit to ourselves that we need to change. And change can be pretty scary. No one really likes it. But scary and hard are different than impossible. My favorite example is that during World War II, in the matter of months, people went from creating cars at automotive factories to creating airplanes. Think about how much more of a big change we could create with our current technology if that was possible in the 1940s. Let's just look at how fast technology and related to smartphones is changing. The big question is, why can we put so much energy and money into creating a better smartphone, but not into saving our climate? And I think it's because it's hard for us as individuals to constantly think about the fate of everybody else. We aren't all Mother Teresa, and it'd be unfair and unrealistic to think that we could ever become all Mother Teresas. But we do need to start just thinking a little bit more about the fate of everybody else and everybody else's well-being than our own. And that's why I'm here, because I think that we need to start doing this now, because it really should have happened years ago. I'm going to stop there before I start ranting about trying to do the commons and the death of the polar bears and positive feedback loops and all that wonderful stuff. But I'll leave you with this quote from the one and only Dr. Seuss. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, it's not going to get better. It's just not. And I'd also like to invite you to participate in this year's Sustainability Week 2015. Climate change just got personal, because if a threat to the human race doesn't seem like a personal problem to you, then we'd like to make it so that it is a personal problem to you, because it is. Thank you.